total of 419 Jagdpanthers were produced from January of 1944 by 3 manufacturers. MIAG in Braunschweig produced 270 from January of 1944 until the end of the war. Maschinenfabrik Niedersachsen Hannover produced 112 from November of 1944, and Maschinenbau und Bahnbedarf in Potsdam produced 37 vehicles from December of 1944. Planned production was between 100 and 200 a month, but the disruption to German manufacturing made this goal unachievable. Initially, the fighting vehicles were to be assembled at a factory in Berlin, which belonged to the Daimler-Benz AG. As the production of the Jagdpanther was being implemented, the other vehicles for the Panzerwaffe had already been manufactured there. But later a decision was made to move the production of the tank destroyer to Mühlenbau und Industrie AG in Braunschweig. It was there that the first prototypes were built in October and November on the chassis delivered by the Brandenburgische Eisenwerk Steelworks in Brandenburg on Havel, armed with an 8.8 cm Panzerabwehrkanone 43. The production started in January of 1944. In November, due to the fact that since the summer Braunschweig was under the ever-increasing threat of Allied aerial bombardments, between June and October the work was repeatedly disrupted due to air raid threats, the Maschinenfabrik Niedersachsen Hannover began complementing the vehicles. And a month later the same task was also given to the Maschinenbau und Bahnbedarf factory in Potsdam. The assembly lasted until the beginning of April of 1945, with a total of 419 vehicles manufactured. The production reached its peak shortly before the German army launched its offensive in the Ardennes. During the 15-month-long production, the machine was modified numerous times. Although the vehicles are usually divided into the early variants produced until the autumn of 1944 and the late variants, the changes in their appearance were introduced almost every few weeks. It must be stressed that the most important ones were the removal of the pistol portholes in the sides of the superstructure in the preliminary stage of the production, replacement of the dual driver mechanic periscope with a single one, replacement of the one-piece barrel characteristics of the 8.8 cm PAK 43 with two-piece one, or the installation of a gun mantlet collar fastened with 8 large bolts, 4 at the top and 4 at the bottom, instead of the entirely welded, more rounded one. Apart from that, there were visible alternations of the exhaust system covers. The late version exhaust pipes were fitted with large metal flame traps. It is a little known fact that the last Jagdpanthers were produced at the factory by German staff after the end of World War II as well, under the supervision of the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers during the American and British occupation of Germany. Approximately a dozen Jagdpanthers were produced, then shipped to England for evaluation. Jagdpanther-equipped heavy anti-tank battalions served mainly on the Eastern Front. In the West, they were encountered in small numbers. For example, the German 654th Heavy Anti-Tank Battalion deployed about 12 Jagdpanthers against the British Armed Forces during the Battle of Normandy. Thanks for watching and please subscribe to my channel.